Look at this. Look at this. Tell me. Oh, tell me you don't see this. Elimelech. Elimelech, 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 Elimelech. Guarantee you that's how the Lion King started, was somebody was reading Ruth. Just like we are going to be today. Let's do it.
It's a Monday Devo with Kameron.
We are in Ruth chapter 2, verses 1 through 4. I'm going to give you a second to read it. I think that means it's time to be done. So Ruth chapter 2, verses 1 through 4. If you're like me, you're going to read these 4 verses and you're just going to be like, okay, so I'm supposed to get what out of this? Of course, this is going to play into the full story of Ruth. The very end of this passage, she meets Boaz, and Boaz is going to be a big character for us as we continue to read. Last week, we looked at the life of Naomi and talked a little bit about something cool that was happening with her, but you know what? Let's just talk a little bit about Ruth today. Ruth is amazing. And she is so amazing, and whenever we read about her, even in these first 2 chapters, there's something that we're all drawn to, and it's loyalty. Ruth is absolutely loyal. The way that she is loving Naomi, somebody who has lost so much. She's lost both of her sons. She's lost her husband. And Ruth, who is her daughter-in-law, has decided to love on her even whenever she feels like she doesn't deserve love. Trying to push Ruth away, like, go, stay in Moab. I'm just going to go home. There's nothing I can really do for you. And Ruth is like, no, like, I'm going to cling to you. I'm going to love on you. And here you can just see a little bit more into that. Like, they don't have any food. They're back in Bethlehem, and she's going to glean the fields for Ruth. Like, she's about to go work hard, picking up scraps in a farmer's field to feed her mother-in-law and her. Like, on Mother's Day, this is a great example for us to see just the way that we can love our mom super well. Ruth is awesome. And she is so loyal. And loyalty is one of those characteristics that we should all strive to have. Look at the way that God was loyal to us, right? As his children, we were sinners and we're broken, we're different, but he didn't cast us out. He stayed true to loving us even while we were still sinners and sent Christ to save our soul. Loyalty is something that we can all strive for. Looking at Ruth and who she is somebody that we could all strive to be more like. For this week, think of ways that you could live out loyalty to your family, to your friends. And not only that, but remind yourself every single day about the loyalty that God had to love you and call you his child, and to say that you are beautifully and wonderfully made. Spend time in the Word this week. God is good. And we love you at GSM, and God loves you so much more. Peace.
It's a Monday Devo with Kameron.